Hello, welcome to Roadside Chef.
On the road again, late start this morning. It's almost 11, but we're in South Australia, so it's only 10:30, so not that bad. Yeah, we're in no rush. We're only driving, I think, 80k or something today. We've got a campsite in mind. It's called Lone Gum. I don't really know what's there, but heard about it before, so it's probably a good one. We've been making pretty good time, so I think we can afford to have a slower day. We'll get to camp just after lunch and it'd be nice just to chill out. Yeah, then Lone Gum, it joins into, or the Rig Road, which we're on now, will join into the WAA line, which will be, I think, sand duney again. This route has been pretty easy going, and no dunes really, because we've been heading like in between the dunes. Lots of wildflowers, stuff like that. Yeah, it's been good to break it up.
So cool.
So lucky you spotted them.
I was just driving and I looked to my right and there were 3 of them just running along next to me, like quite far over, but I was like, oh my god! So we stopped and then they kind of stopped and we kind of reversed back to be in line with them. And they were a little bit inquisitive, like they came a little bit close and they just kept doing laps back and forth, but they were so amazing.
They didn't seem too bothered by us.
No.
We stayed inside the car and I kind of crept around the side,
Yeah.
so they couldn't see my silhouette. Yeah, that was a good desert find.
Really good.
So just crossed paths with the first car we've seen for like over 24 hours, the whole of the Rig Road.
Yeah.
There was like, what, 5 cars?
5
Convoy?
cars, yeah.
Such a green desert. Like, we're still going over sand dunes, but there's very little sand. Very easy.
I never would have thought a desert would have plants like this.
Yeah.
Like, it was like, oh, it's just nothing. This isn't nothing. It's just so green.
Yeah. Incredible. So this is the Lone Gum, which we've heard so much about. It's pretty cool. It's actually, this sign says, it's a box eucalypt. It's like a eucalyptus tree, I guess. So normally you'd find these trees in like flooded areas, and this is in the middle of the Simpson desert. So I guess it's quite a big thing. You got proper like concrete posts around it. It's protected. Only one of its kind for hundreds of kilometers. Nothing but shrubs. There's some trees and stuff, but everything's below like 1 meter. And then there's this. What do you think of the Lone Gum?
It's not a gum.
It's a lie. The lone eucalyptus. What do you think of that?
Do you think this is a special place to camp?
Not really.
It would have been, I reckon it would have been so much better if we came from the Northern Territory side. Then you get like Big Red and all the sand dunes at the end. Like we've just had it at the start.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, oh, that's the best already over.
Yeah. Like we're hoping to we didn't bring anything, But we're hoping to do some like sandboarding, maybe on like
Yeah.
a plastic bag, sit on a rubbish bag and slide down a sand dune like that, proper like sandy desert experience. And Big Red was it basically, and one or two after them.
Yeah. But, oh well. We'll have to go to another desert.
Yeah, I mean we'll just do it again. Maybe we'll get to Mount Dare, come back across the Madigan. And then we can do South Australia.
No.
How's that?
Not just lapping the Simpson desert. WAA line off the Arabella track. My gosh, there were so many corrugations.
Awful experience.
Oh.
Track. That was definitely the most corrugations we've had so far.
Yeah, that was just, you couldn't escape them.
Yeah.
So now we're on to bumpy sand dunes. Woo!
Hey, back in the sand, baby. We've arrived. 4:15, not a bad time to get to camp, is it?
No.
It's great, the wind starts dropping around this time, sun's still out, this is the best part of the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a bit of a race to find camp, but found somewhere nice along the WAA line. Finish off that game of Uno we were playing yesterday.
Get thrashed.
Kind of similar to last night's, but I don't think you can really get that much variety. How are the points going?
Not great for me.
Danny, the champion of card games, wins again.
I'm just calculating the rules because I don't know them.
What are the scores so far?
So you're on a winning 2-5-8. I'm on a strong 33.
There goes another sunrise.
Come on, I'm about to slash.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you really?
I'm waiting for you. This is Danny's second attempt. He just went back down to let down the tyres. So hopefully that helps.
Finally putting these max tracks to use. I'm quite excited. Been carrying these around since
4
day
months.
one. Yeah, 4 months. Ugh. And that's the basic idea. We've lost drive in the front wheels with one wheel up in the air, so this should just wheelie through now. See how it goes.
The suspension drag. Feel bad for anyone coming up behind us. It's not going to be fun.
Mark on this sand dune. So we made a earlier start this morning. We head off before 8 o'clock, which is pretty good. Just because the mornings are a bit cooler, and we thought it'd be nice just to park up and have breakfast in the sun. So that's what we're doing. This fruitcake we picked up on the road. It's just been hanging
Where was
around,
it?
and I am keen for it. Cup of coffee, bit of fruitcake.
Fruity. Tastes like Christmas.
Yum. That's not bad.
It's like $7 or something.
Well, it tastes homemade.
I think it's from Baduri Roadhouse.
Baduri Roadhouse. It's been very, very slow driving this morning. We did have to stop for like, what, 15 minutes probably? On that dune we got stuck on. But we're driving about an hour and we've probably travelled like maybe 5 kilometres or less. So I need to check the map and see how far we want to get today. But I don't think, unless the dunes become easier, we'll make that good progress.
Yeah.
They're definitely smaller, but they're also less space between them.
Yeah.
So you're going up, down, and you don't have that flat section in between where you can just kind of pick up speed.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hopefully we don't get stuck again. Max tracks. Yeah. Second difficult sand dune of the morning. Don't know what's happening, but we've been defeated by this. Spent about 20-30 minutes moving it out. There were so many undulations we were getting stuck in, like wheel lifts, losing drive. Max tracks were getting us some of the way, but giving up. There's like a chicken track people have made off the side here, which unfortunately we're going to have to take. Chicken track isn't really much of a track. It ends and it's just vegetation, and Ali almost got stuck and the car was starting to tip, so back to square one. We're going to maybe get the shovel down and just do some hard yakka and making this a good route. There's some really prickly trees around, don't really want to drive through one of those and get a puncture. So this is our best option. Another approach. Third gear now, bit of speed. Woo! Fuck yeah! That was awesome. Was it too tippy?
No.
It wasn't too bad.
No.
There was one bump coming up, I was like, oh,
yeah,
here we go.
Hit it. I care about the crack in the back.
I think the car just kind of smooths it through when it goes that fast. Oh, well there we go.
I was so scared when I was coming up that side one and I thought I was going to tip over.
Yeah.
I just felt my stomach just drop. I was like, oh.
I felt pretty cool hanging off the side of the car there. Maybe that helps. Oh, 60 kilos. Woo. 60 kilos makes a difference in a 4-ton truck, doesn't it? Desert Rambler.
Another sidekick. Uppbeat.
What time is it?
Shower time.
Shower time. 3 nights of no showering. And we're about ready.
Oh, I feel gross.
We've got about 50 litres of water left and only one more night, so we should be fine. And it's just too cold at night time, so we're going to have a lunchtime shower.
It's hot today, so.
A bit windy to put the shower tent out, so just hoping nobody comes by on the road. We just passed some grey nomads, so I'm not sure which way they're going.
Hopefully we'll hear them come over. They have the big
yeah, the big Iveco trucks. But if not, there's nothing they haven't seen before.
And what's for lunch today?
Cheese toasties again. Deja vu. But
Third day in a row.
third day in a row. every day so far in this desert crossing we've had cheese toasties. Just had a loaf of bread, which had to be used.
Yeah, it was going on its way out, so we had to use it.
And apparently they're no good for regular sandwiches, so
Yeah.
heavily cheese toasties every day. Which is great.
Yeah.
We always end up eating a bit too much, and then we go straight back into sand dunes. So yesterday we're going up there with these bumps, my stomach's like, whoa, whoa. So, I mean, it's going to be the same. But, yo!
We're back on the rig road.
No more sand dunes.
Well,
That's what we thought last time, but for now, no more sand dunes.
I don't know. We're still going west, so surely there'd be more.
But
It's just all this
yeah, well, they're sand dunes, but they're clay capped,
worse.
and I should probably be in low range.
Yeah. This happens every time. Halfway up a hill.
Never learns.
Oh, I'm in the wrong gear.
These guys have given us like 6 call outs on the UHF. They've given us the registration of their last vehicle, and I think they're all carrying trailers.
Yeah.
You the last one?
Yeah, mate, how you travelling?
Yeah,
not
pretty
bad.
good.
Yeah, it's been wicked. Just us, yeah. Yeah.
How is it that way?
Oh, yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah?
It's a bit rough.
So this is what we have now. Rather than lovely soft sand dunes, we have eroded, clay-covered sand dunes. I know which one I prefer.
I mean, some of them are alright, but most of them are all
Got massive
chopped
tracks
up,
running,
yeah.
running through them, and you end up like horrible angles. But at least we're not getting stuck anymore.
Yeah.
Really didn't fancy working out in the sun after our lovely showers. Amazing, so much green. Feels like we're in Africa or something now. Completely changed.
Such a big space between the hills now.
Yeah. Well, it was getting tighter, wasn't it? Now it's opened up again. Variety. This desert's full of
Variety.
So pulled up for the night 4. We're pretty close to the edge of the Simpson desert now. Saw a sign 100 kilometers to Dalhousie Springs, so we'll be there tomorrow, probably before lunch. Someone's really happy about that.
We're over there before lunch.
Yeah, my bad. We don't travel that fast, especially not on these roads, so probably sometime in the afternoon. Hopefully not too late so we can enjoy the hot springs.
Well, it'll be nice at any time.
Yeah. What are you wearing on your head there, Ellie?
So many freaking flies, and they keep hanging around my mouth. Like, why?
We've survived so long without wearing them. We bought fly nets and also like another fly thing we can like put over the awning to like be able to sit outside without flies over us.
We've been so lucky there haven't been hardly any, especially when the sun starts to set. There's no flies, but today
Today's been bad, isn't it? And it's like, does that mean it's going to be bad from now on, like all of the red centre? Hope not. But yeah, so we're leaving the desert tomorrow, but I was saying to Ali, I don't think it will feel like we're leaving the desert because it's been so green today.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know, it's going to be more deserty around Uluru, I think, in Dalhousie Springs. So, who knows? Exciting. You're a bit over the desert, aren't you?
I'm a bit over.
You've had enough.
I'm sick of going up and down the dunes.
Yeah. I'm sure the car will be happy to make out the other side as well.
The first 3 days amazing, 4th day, right, I'm over it.
Yeah. And by tomorrow, 5th day,
Yeah.
it's just a long time, isn't it, to be spent doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Up and down, up and down.
Yeah.
So,
But no, it's been really good.
amazing. And like what I was saying to Ali is, you know, it's all about the the adventure and like the achievement at the end. Like we've crossed the Simpson desert, which you wouldn't get if you just did like a little trip. So yeah, epic all round. Nice big campfire tonight. Maybe a few brewskis. Last night in the desert. Have to celebrate.
Yeah. So we had some hectic wind last night. Our chairs blew over into the fire, so they're a bit damaged. But then the case also ended up in the fire and she's a bit wrecked. Still holds, but it's a shame.
Very gutted about that.
But it was so windy, it just came out of nowhere. Like big gusts.
Yeah, I mean it's a good thing when you're sleeping inside the car. In the tent it would have been pretty scary.
Yeah, I hate sleeping in the tent when it's windy.
Ali hates wind.
Didn't even die down in the evening, or like usually it's kind of stops in the afternoon, but it just kept going.
Yeah.
And all night. And they just stopped in the morning. Now it's picked up.
It's still
again.
windy and it's just a cold wind.
Yeah.
So we're going to race over to the hot springs today and warm up.
I'm so excited! And tumbleweed stuck under the car.
Get away from me, boys.
I was really worried because there was still like a bit of coal left on the fire, but the wind was so hectic I thought it was maybe going to start a desert fire. Luckily, it did not. Thank God.
But other people must have been having big fires. Like we passed some people with like
a whole
so
tree
much
on
wood
top.
on that car.
Yeah.
If they're having a proper bonfire in that wind, you can see
Yeah.
how things happen.
I just felt bad for like people who didn't have anywhere, like any shelter inside the car. Like they just had a tent or like a rooftop tent was their only place to sleep. So pretty lucky.
Got it pretty good, an old treaty.
Got a roadblock.
What the hell?
That's how windy it was.
How do we get past
We
this?
just have to drive through it.
Drive through it.
Well, how else am I going to get around it?
Chuck them all out the way.
He's ready. This is the 5th time Danny has cleared the road. He said I'll do it 5 times and then I have to do the rest. Not keen. I'm the driver, I'm not doing it.
Must be nearing civilization. Look at this. A speed limit sign. In the middle of the desert. I mean, kind of silly. Only in Australia, hey?
Sorry. Oh, I think it must be at the end of the
Ah, yeah.
desert.
Okay, so this is the outer boundary on the western side. We're finished in the desert. Oh my god.
To a new national park.
Wait, is it? Yeah. Whitjira National Park. Wow.
It's
We saw that side on the other side.
Woo.
5 long days ago.
5 long days.
We've been clearing lots and lots of balls of tumbleweed. We've spent about an hour and a half and we've probably travelled 10k, I don't even know. It's just been a lot of time stopping up, jumping out of the car, clearing these balls of spiky tumbleweed. Like my hands are covered in thorns. We've just been like hoping and praying that we'd find someone else going the other way so that they could clear some. But it seems like we're the only ones on this road today.
Yeah.
So this place called Ponyboy, it's the first attraction we've seen in 5 days, and it's basically just, back in the day, some people mined deep down to measure the flow and everything out of the artisanal basin, and they put like a plug in it which leaked and accidentally created a lake. So yeah, so we're having a little walk over to check out. Sounds like there's lots of bird life over there.
Yeah.
Maybe some camels, Ali.
I hope so. Oh, we can start to smell the boar. Yum.
Smell that delicious boar.
Just saw this flapping in the wind and I was like, oh shit, the ladder's gone. Which means the air compressor is gone.
Air compressor, ladder, all very important things we need, and also the tyre spanner. They'll be on the road, but who knows how far back. There it is, our ladder, and our washing wasn't too far back at all. We got so lucky. We were about to just make a call out on the aerial, on the UHF. Luckily we didn't have to do that. Ah, sweet. So I think we just crossed our last sand dune. I can see the horizon like a long way up ahead. This is like the largest flat area we've had in like 500k since Birdsville. I guess it's all over. Don't know how to feel.
So we just passed this group of people. It was 9 of them, and they were walking across the desert. It's going to take them 20 days.
20 days, they've done 3 days already.
They're fundraising for violence against women, like domestic abuse.
But they weren't young. Like, we spoke to one woman and she was like
50s or 60s?
Yeah, late 50s, early 60s, and there was a good mix of people from Newcastle out here walking across the desert. So.
But they said like 20-25 kilometers a day they're walking.
Yeah.
And was it 400 and something for the whole way across? And they, so many corrugations. They also mentioned the sandstorm last night. They said it was quite bad for them.
They lost a tent.
They lost a tent. Some people slept in the car because they had a convoy, like 3 other cars behind them, I guess, with all their sleeping stuff and food. Yeah, I couldn't think of anything
Fair
else.
play, good on them.
Insane. Well done.
Morning. So we're at Dalhousie Springs. We got here yesterday afternoon, but we didn't do any videoing, I don't think. But now it's 6 AM, 6:30.
Going for a sunrise dip.
We were hoping to be the only ones here, and I see people over there already.
Maybe it's the noodles.
No, there's someone getting changed right there.
Oh.
But anyway, it's going to be nice because it's cold and the water is like almost 40 degrees.
There's like steam coming off the water. It's gonna be so yummy.
Yeah, keen for this.
I thought he was naked.
It's like one big bath. Have a little scrub a dub.
There's free noodles that you can float with, which is really good.
Yeah.
Otherwise I had to blow up the donut, which takes a while.
And downside is there's lots of tiny little fish which nibble you.
Nibble a lot.
And we were in there yesterday and they're a little bit painful. They're tiny, like this big.
Well, towards the end I was the only one left in there, and they'd had the taste for humans, so they were just all over me.
How nice is that, Ali? So, we've been driving for over an hour now, just coming out of Dalhousie Springs towards Mount Dare. This is the worst road that we've encountered. We've maybe travelled like 25-30 kilometres. So uncomfortable. There's no speed which works. These are just the kind of corrugations which shake everything loose and really churn up your food in your stomach. Ali volunteered to drive. How you finding it?
I didn't think it was going to be like this.
Well, if that wasn't the worst drive in Australia, I don't want to see anything worse.
So bad.
Here we are anyway, the iconic Mount Dare Hotel. This is the most remote place to get fuel in Australia.
Might go over here.
Hundreds of kilometres from anything else.